Isaiah and welcome back to my topic channel. So it's 2020 already. I've already said that in my last video, but today I want to show you guys all the different things I've gotten through 2019 up to now. There is a lot. Some of these things I bought, some of the things are gifts, some of these things I just found randomly. So that's how I roll. So we're gonna go from video games to movies to different tech and other things. So let's get in with the biggest one first, the video games. Alright, first, let's just start out with the biggest thing, which is probably a PS2. I've already shown this off in my pickups from this summer, and it was one of the things I got. So here is the PS2 in all its glory. Have 2 memory cards. I've posted a couple Wimpy Kid stickers on it, but don't judge me. Yeah. And it also, I've obviously shown off this controller already, but if you haven't seen the pickup summer, it just came with the blue controller, which I did crack. It was cracking already when I first got it, but it actually was still working for a little bit. But now this is a controller I really don't use anymore, only if I wish to. So obviously you would have to get replacements, and that's what I did. I got not 1 but 2 RightGo controllers, and they are third party. By the way, the buttons look, but they work well. And actually, if you have PlayStation games that cannot work with the analog stick on the original controller, if you get this one, you actually can. But these are actually really good controllers, and I recommend them. They're on Amazon, $16 for both of them. Not each, but for both of them. So, when you buy, you have games. So I have a couple of PlayStation games. I have, obviously, you need to have Crash Bandicoot for the original PlayStation. Then I have Spider-Man for our original PlayStation. The second one, I'm almost far through completing this game. I'm gonna get the second one soon. Next, I've shown you this already, the Tecmo Stackers, which is basically Puyo Puyo on PlayStation. And finally, Road Rash. But I also have some PlayStation 2 games, because you use a PS2. So I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first PS2 game I got for myself. One of the best games that was ever released in the early 2000s, and everyone talks about it still at my school. It's Battle for Bikini Bottom. This game is so fun, and I'm almost pretty far into this game. I haven't really dove in and fully discovered it, but I've been loving what I've been playing so far. Next, I have Spawn Armageddon. This game is so fun. I've been playing this non-stop since I got it. It's such a fun game. And Crash Nitro Kart, which is actually completed. Now, it's hard to find PlayStation 2, original Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast games completed, but Crash Nitro Kart came totally unboxed perfectly. So that was everything for the PlayStation and PS2, but also, wait, I also have just a memory card holder with a memory card I haven't used yet. So that was everything for the PlayStation and PlayStation 2, so let's move on to the next stuff. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the DS and 3DS. I've already shown this off a couple of times on the channel. It's my Super Mario 3D Land Edition new 3DS. And I feel like I've shown most of these games off, but I do have obviously a couple more, so I'm just gonna go through all of them. So I have, for the DS, original DS that does play DS games, I have New Super Mario Brothers on the original DS, Mario Kart DS, Star Fox Command, and the newest one, obviously, Toy Story 3. Now, do not judge me. This was my childhood game right here, and I played through it again and actually completed it basically. But this game was so fun growing up, and I have really good flashbacks, memories just playing this game through completion so many times. I just love it. So, one of my top 10 games of all time. Now for the 3DS, I've shown these games before, but I'm just going to go through them. Got Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. We have Star Fox 64 3D. Michael Jackson The Experience 3D. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Master Splinter Training Pack. We have Mario Kart 7 and Super Mario Brothers 2. We have Super Mario Maker and Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. But obviously I have a couple new 3DS games that I haven't shown off yet. So I have Ocarina of Time 3D, been loving what I've been playing through of this. It's actually one of the first Zelda games I've been actually playing through. I obviously dove into like the original and Link to the Past, but this is actually one I've been sitting down and just completing, and it's actually a pretty fun game. Next we have also Majora's Mask 3D, which I haven't really dove into. And then the newest copy, Luigi's Mansion. I am gonna get the GameCube one if I ever get a GameCube, but I've decided to pick it up on the 3DS just to try it out. So that is basically it for everything on the DS and the 3DS. A lot of games, a lot of just going through them. So that is basically it for the 3DS. So let's go on to the Switch. Alright, so for Nintendo Switch, I actually have a nice little stack of new games. Super Mario Maker 2, I've already shown this off, but showed it off again. Now the newer ones, we have Luigi's Mansion 3, which I've been loving. Got this for Christmas. Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Really fun. Super Mario Party, Better with Friends, Not Alone. And Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, all these games, all of these right here, I've been loving all of them. And I did get one more game, but it was a digital exclusive, Cuphead. Now, you had to get that game digitally. You cannot get it physically. So I did buy it digitally on the eShop, and that game's really fun, but seriously hard. And that's basically all, like, newer stuff for Nintendo. So let's just get into my little bit of Microsoft really quick. Okay, for the Xbox One, the first thing I'm just going to show off really quick is my 4 terabyte hard drive for the Xbox One. Now, it actually is hooked up to my Xbox, not the S. I have the original white Xbox One. It is hooked up on there. I have so many games that I was able to back up onto this. Now I have unlimited space. I will never run out. So that was my hard drive. Now, I've only really gotten 2 games for the Xbox One throughout the year physically. I have a lot more digitally, but I picked up Lego Avengers, which was on my pickup list for such a long time, and I was able to get it. And last one, since I enjoy the movie, Jumanji, the video game. I love the game so far, love what I've been playing through. It's actually pretty good. Now, let's show you just some of, like, different things that I've gotten throughout the time. Okay, now, right now, this is probably the newest thing I've ever gotten, console-wise. It is the Sega Genesis Classic Edition. This thing is so fun. The review is in the works. You will probably be seeing the review next week on the Genesis Classic Edition. It has 40 classic games in it, and I highly recommend this. You have Sonic, you have Mega Man, you have the Contras, you have the Castlevanias, you have the Street Fighters. But you might be wondering, you got the 3-button controllers right here. How are you going to play fighting games if you only got 3 buttons? Well, that's where the people at Retrobit made this, the 6-button controller for the Sega Genesis Mini. Also works on PC, Switch, PS3, Mac. Works for basically everything. Now, if you don't like the black of it, there's also an atomic blue coloring. And it does have shoulder buttons, because if you want to just use it on another game, if you remember, the Genesis did not have shoulder buttons. That was Nintendo first, but if you just have games that need the shoulder buttons, you have the LNR one. Obviously, they're not going to be like the LR, like the newer ones that we have now that are shaped like that. It's only for LNR. That's basically it. So that is all the gaming stuff I have gotten throughout 2019 and 2020. Obviously, you've seen some newer stuff and some older stuff. But I actually been enjoying everything I've got. And now it's time to move from video games right to movies and like different cinema things. So let's check it out. Alright, let's go. I have a lot of I've been getting a lot of Blu-rays. We're just gonna start off the top with one that hasn't been out for a while, but I only got it on regular DVD. Wonder. Such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Recommend the book. Recommend everything. But Wonder was such a good movie. Now, let's get into the Blu-rays. So, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on Blu-ray. No, it's on Netflix. Not going to stay on there forever. Got the digital copy also. We also got Spider-Man Homecoming. One of the best Marvel movies of all time. My favorite Spider-Man is Tom Holland. I love this movie. It took me such a long time to get it on DVD. Next up, we have Spider-Man Far From Home. The newest Spider-Man movie that's been recently made. Cannot wait for the third one. I'm so glad Disney and Sony made up. But I have a feeling Sony will be bought out by Disney, and Disney will again have the rights to Spider-Man, but still such a good movie. Okay, next we have Jumanji. Hey, speaking of the video game, we have Jumanji on DVD. I saw the second one in theaters, loved it, cannot wait for the second one to come out on DVD, but I had the first one, and it was such a good movie. Alright, we also have The Upside, another great movie with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. Such a good movie. Highly recommended it. Loved it in the theaters. Loved it again on Blu-ray. Loved it again on digital. I really love this movie. Alright, next we have a couple ones that are in sleeves. We have Instant Family. Such a good movie. Then we have Aladdin. Now, one person asked me if I like the Will Smith Aladdin or the Robin Williams one more. And I actually I'm not dissing on Robin Williams. Love the guy. I actually kind of like Will Smith, the live action one, better because I actually like it better. It's a newer version. I still love the original. You can't go wrong with the original, but you can't go wrong with Aladdin. And then the newest Blu-ray and DVD I have is The Addams Family, since it just came out last week. This is such a good film. Was such a good movie. Really loved what I enjoyed of this movie. I saw it in the theaters, and then I bought it on Blu-ray when it came out. It also came with a digital copy, but this is such a good film, such a good remake of any other movie in CGI form. Such a good film. And that were all the DVDs. So now we moved into everything that you could use. Now let's get into some other tech things and also some other things in memorabilia. Okay, this one's going to be really short because I don't have much, but to show this off. Remember I used to have the Game Boy one? Well, now I have a Casino water-resistant water cloud or watch cloud. This is actually a pretty cool watch, and it's a calculator watch. And I actually am a big fan of Back to the Future, and I actually love this watch. So, still kind of tech-ish and still kind of nostalgic, but you get what I mean. Okay, next, also, I got this a little while ago. It's a Game Boy heat-changing mug. I've actually used this a couple of times, and it has my favorite Game Boy game on there when you color change it, Super Mario Land. If you like the Game Boy, if you have mugs or collector mugs, I could recommend, but this isn't going to be something you can get, like, just to have, like, a game thing. You can, but if you really don't care about mugs or Game Boy, I don't recommend. Okay, now, these are probably the big ones. I know they have the Pro ones out there, but I did finally get a pair of Apple AirPods. I did get a pair of them for Christmas. Loved them. And here they are. Also, got a blue Game Boy case for them. Right there. Very nice case. I recommend the case. It's actually, if you want like a third-party one and you don't really like just the regular ones that are just black or blue or red, you want like a Game Boy, they have Starbucks, they have burgers, they have a lot of different designs, I can recommend this. And obviously, AirPods, yeah, you obviously get them high recommended. Really fun, but I still have wires for multiple reasons, but AirPods, highly recommend. Now, guys, that was everything. And I mean everything that I've gotten so far in 2019 and 2020. A lot of the stuff were Christmas gifts, so this was kind of like also what I got for Christmas. Excuse me, haul. And I just want to say I do have another game coming for the PS2, which you probably will see if I ever do a video on the PS2 buying guides or a retro collection. But get ready, guys, because this is actually going to be a pretty fun year. I now have a lot of video ideas. First episode of Nostalgia Dude will be coming out pretty soon. And I also, my first movie review will be coming out after I see Sonic the Hedgehog, which I know a lot of people didn't like it when he first got designed, but then I actually started liking it. So, well, from the newer design, and I actually think it's going to be a really good movie. I think it's going to be really good. The actors seem good. Sonic now seems really good. I'm actually really excited to see that. And also, the Video Game Critic is coming out soon. New episode of Gaming History 101 will be coming out closer to the end of the month, maybe in early May, or not May, March, because they take so long to do, but I think I have the idea of what I want to do for the second episode. So, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, because in my opinion, you always need topics in your life. And tune in next week for a new video. Until I see you guys again, peace to the O, to the U, to the she. Peace out, guys.